Blessings, blessings, blessings. Blessings out there to the universe. My name is Sean Myrie, and I'm your host of the Down to Earth podcast. Today, I got a special guest coming on. A great artist coming straight out of the 6th Toronto. We got Lolabunz. Yeah, coming through the Down to Earth podcast. Much respect. Yeah, a queen in the 6, Empress in the 6, doing her thing. I must pay some respects to one of our fallen real soldiers, DMX. Much respect. Rest in power. You are truly, truly the definition of the culture. Yeah, bless up AWOL. Yeah, you got her coming through 5 p.m. What up, people? What up, universe? Subscribe to our channels, EQTV in my link tree, Down to Earth podcast. Also, everything Down to Earth we got. Yeah, Spotify, all digital podcast platforms. Bless up to my sponsor, Homeboy Clothing, and all the rest. Yep. This for you, Darkman X. We got Lolabunz coming through the universe, connecting. I'm gonna be coming on that spaceship. You know how we do. Yup. Everything's going good for you all in the universe. You should check out our new track, Hot Heads. Lolabunz got many tracks dropping, some real fire. Oh yeah. Like I said, we got a virtual concert coming up. We're gonna reschedule it due to what's going on with this whole system. Bless up J Tunes. Yeah. I'm gonna try to put it on sometime in May or something. Bless up. Yeah, right now we got a real one coming through. One of my favorite artists in all of Canada when it comes to lyrics, MCing, artists. Yeah, she'll be coming through on that spaceship. Connecting. Let's see. Much respect, connecting on that spaceship. We got Lolabunz. Yeah. Bless up to all the artists coming through later on tonight. We got AWOL and many. Chemical, 9 p.m. AWOL, 10 p.m. Yep. But right now, it's her time. Yeah, Lolabunz. Yeah. Yeah, Rastafari Samurai in the cut. Just waiting. And roll up. Bless up IG. Bless up Silk Vodka, one of our sponsors. Bless up Chill Cities. Yeah, Up North Society. Yeah, Yoki Healing Arts. Everybody. We got Miss Lolabunz coming through 5 p.m. Today, we got many things coming. Look out for Down to Earth podcast with more new episodes on our channel. Yep. Season 1, and now it's Season 2. Yeah, coming to you. connecting. Nice day outside in the universe. It's all down to earth. Just waiting for Lolabunz to come through on that spaceship. Yep. Meanwhile, I roll up. One for the X. Yeah. Bless up. On time. My opinion, one of the top artists in all of the 6 coming on that spaceship. Yeah. Doing real things. Got that hot track, Hot Heads, and many others doing their thing. Yep. Rising. Bless up to everybody out there in the universe that's doing their thing, staying positive through this COVID time. Yeah. Bless up. Just waiting. Connecting on that spaceship. We got Lolabunz. Yeah. Coming through on the down to earth. Respect. Bless up.
Hey, hey, hey.
Much respect. Miss Lolabunz, I'll say this to everybody. Introduce yourself to the universe, to those who may not know who you are.
You guys already know I go by the name of Lolabunz, the hottest spitter in the city. Yeah, I said it. And yeah, that's what it is. What up, everybody? Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. I know you've been trying to get me on your show for the longest time.
From season 1.
Our schedules have just been like kind of crazy trying to coordinate and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right because good stuff takes time, like wine. Like wine, it just comes good after time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ask you, like, how long? I have an idea. How long have you been doing your music for? Like, your art form for?
Like, good question. No, but I've been performing, to be honest, since like the age of 16, like over like 10, 12 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been doing it for a long, long time. Like, but before the music thing, I started off with poetry and I was doing open mics and things like that. And I was doing the acting thing. So like I've always been performing. But with the music, I just fell in love with rapping on a beat, and I think I haven't stopped since. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, because I remember seeing videos from way back. And were you in a cipher? Were you in a female cipher? Yes. So the first music video that I actually did was the female Jane and Finch cipher. So it was me and 3 other female rappers, Badass Buck, Roots, and Rishi Raw at the time. So at the time we were just kind of looking at in the Toronto environment of rappers in the city and stuff like that, and we were just noticing that there was kind of a gap. Like, a lot of the female rappers, they don't get that much recognition and things like that. So we just decided to come together as females, and we're like, all right, they ain't gonna give us the platform. We're gonna make our own. So we did that. And literally, like, I think it was all of our first actual video. Like, I was doing music before that, but I hadn't really put videos out and stuff like that. It was more like mixtape days, that pip, all that stuff. So we put that out, and literally, like, within 2 weeks, like, that, it started blowing up. All the blogs everywhere, the States, UK, like, you name it, everywhere started posting it and stuff like that. So a lot of people, even up till today, like, sometimes I'll go certain places, certain cities, and say, oh, you're the girl from the cipher. You know what I mean?
But besides Mishi Me, she's a legend, right? In the 6. But I feel you, with that cipher, you guys put down the foundation to a lot of the female artists coming out now, because I remember that. My daughter, she was showing me that. She said, oh, look at these girls rapping, because she hasn't really seen from Toronto, right?
Yeah.
So she when I seen that, I said, yeah, like, that stick in my head, because that's when she really fell in love with like the hip hop more, like, from here with the females from here. She's seeing people who look like her and doing music. So I'm gonna ask you how you feel about the scene right now in Toronto for the female artists the MCs especially? I have my opinions, but I want to hear from you.
I mean, I feel like we're growing. Like this year specifically, I see way more female artists doing their thing in the city. Like I even though like I've been rapping for a while and stuff, I knew about the select, like, you know, a select few, but this year I'm seeing more, and I'm seeing, like, you know, these blogs and stuff post more females and stuff, so which is good. I mean,
True.
there's Toronto in general has so many artists. Like, we have a lot of artists, so it's I mean, we got to promote ourselves, you know what I mean? But definitely I see that there's more female artists doing their thing, you know what I mean? Shout out to Coca Nina in the building. It's the next female artist right there.
Yeah, her too. And all of Canada too, I would say. All of Canada has female artists popping up. But
that's what I'm saying. It's just like, as much as we are there though, like, a lot more can be done to support us. You get what I'm saying?
So when I say, because my opinion, I'm a person who I don't care, no filter. When I say the best, right? I don't mean just lyrics, right? I don't mean just, it's social. It's the person, the individual, right? Inside, like, I believe the egoism, right? What's in Toronto and other places, but especially in Toronto, is like a disease, right? So me, I count it, you know how people count mics? I count the lyrics, right? And I count the way how you have your own look, and plus the emotion, and the egoism is not there, because I see it. I study that game, the science of that. You know, that's why I say bless up to the universe and everything. So how do you feel about, like, how people, like, as females have to, like, state their claim or whatever in the Six or whatever Canada, because, you know, this a male dominated, you know, industry or whatever section going on?
You know what? I personally feel like, you know, as a female, you're already kind of looked at as the underdog. So even on shows and things like that, you know, you walk in and it's like, oh, what do you do? You sing? You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then there's often this like idea that you kind of have to prove yourself, like you'll tell people you're a rapper and they'll be like, okay, but then the next question will be like, oh, spit something, let me validate that. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like the ego and that like, when some of us female artists rap, it just comes from that, you know, feeling the need to prove ourselves. You get what I'm saying? True. And it's not, I don't even think it's on purpose. It's just kind of like the game that we're in. Like, it is a male dominated industry, and we do often, I personally walk into a lot of rooms often, and it's like, I have to walk in with my chest up here for people to respect me and talk to me on this level rather than down here. Do you get what I'm saying? But so for me personally, I just like to put that ego into the music. You get what I'm saying? Like, and you can feel like you can still have that ego and everything, but you could still be humble. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can have an ego and be an egoistic person, and you can't be humble, but you could still have that ego and be humble. My ego's up here. I know I'm the best, like, but I know I can humble myself. I could come into my room and still be level with everybody else and still have the same conversations no matter who I'm speaking to. That's the difference. You get me?
Because when I'm talking about artists too, in the Six of hip hop or whatever, I'm not just talking about you as you're female, but I'm saying artists. You're the best. Canada. I'm bringing it down. Sean Mary's telling it. Lolabunz, one of the top best lyricists, because I come from that school of that. Lyrics, video, just sound, and you're updated with everything, and you're versatile, because I know you sing, and you have that, I know you've done some Afrobeat style type of tracks. Some
more stuff coming soon, trust me.
So they can't put you in a box either. They can't put you in a box. So so tell me a little bit about the Afrobeat. I have an idea, like, why you got into that. So how you got that inspiration.
So a lot of people don't know, I come from a Nigerian background. I'm Nigerian. I have Nigerian parents. Respect. You know what I'm saying? Nigerian, but born, raised in the West End of Toronto. So I kind of have the sounds of both worlds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Afrobeat has always been something I grew up with and I was cultured with my Yoruba background and stuff like that. But I haven't always tapped into it. Even with the singing, I've always sang, but I was more that person in the studio with the singer saying, okay, you know, do the harmony like this, do the harmony like that. I've always had the ear, because I was, one of my main inspirations is Aaliyah. Like, I grew up on Aaliyah. Like, the style, the demeanor, the way she carried herself. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of my inspirations. So the sound and for R&B and for singing and stuff has always kind of been there. So with Afrobeat now, I think the first time I went back to Nigeria is in 2012. Because I wasn't, I didn't go there many times when I was young and things like that. So I was just so inspired. Like, there's so much inspiration, just being in Africa. And I say this to every Black person: you must touch the continent of Africa once in your life, at least, because it's just a great feeling, and it's just great vibes and inspiration that you get from out there. So yeah, I was in Nigeria. I linked up with a whole bunch of artists, and shout out to my brother Femi Lawson. I think he's in the live too. But
it's good to hear that.
Yeah. But I was just really inspired, and I worked with some producers and things there, and we just came up with some heat, and I got some more heat coming soon this year. You know, I've kind of just been experimenting with my different sounds. I feel like being in Toronto, sometimes you feel like you can only cater your music towards Toronto. And once you start having those thoughts, and once you get stuck in that mindset, you don't necessarily feel open to creating outside of what's around you. So that's why I kind of started experimenting with Afrobeat and things like that. And if we look at the industry now, like, shoot, all these rappers, all these American artists, everybody's trying to get into the Afrobeat now, or dance hall, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the trend right now. But you know what I feel with Canadian artists, especially if you don't put yourself in a box, you become international. You step out of this whole Toronto thing.
I love how you said that.
Yeah, because I noticed we're different than America or we're just different than America. We're more like Europe or anywhere else. Anyone who's putting in work, I'll tell you, like Lolabunz and some others, like Drake, for example, is an international audience we get, because we have a voice of different worlds, right? Like, my background's Jamaican, for example. My parents came in from Jamaica. Your parents came from Nigeria. We have just a style with us from Canada. It's just international. So that's how it's catching. Like, in England, there's Africans in England, Jamaicans in England. So we're getting everywhere all around the world. That's what I feel. Even in America, we got our people down there. So that's, bless up to Rottweiler. He's an example. He's from Ghana, right?
Okay.
He's from, Grenada. Bless up, let me correct it. So how do you feel about the sexuality, what I see promoted a lot for the female MCs? How do you feel about that? Like, I see that marketed the most right now, getting pushed. Every female comes out, feel they got to do that.
I mean, I feel like women in entertainment have always been very hypersexualized, but I feel like now in 2021, it's on a whole other level of over-sexualization. Like, we've always been over-sexualizing things, sex sells and stuff like that, but now it's like we're just borderline naked on everything. Do you get what I'm saying? And I mean, to each their own, you know what I'm saying? To each their own, but me personally, I try as much as I can to just, you know what I mean? Like, make it okay to not sell that over sexualization all the time. Like, you could do your thing. Like, don't get it twisted. I wear my crabs and I show skin and I do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need to do that for people to listen to me. And I feel like a lot of artists, they kind of use that more to get the views, to get the looks, to get the, you know what I mean, to get the posts and things like that. But the talent isn't at the forefront of it. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, to each their own, but shoot, me, I just do me. You get what I'm saying? And I always say, like, sex ain't gonna sell me. Like, that's just not me personally.
Yes, you know what? You don't need to, because I see it in you. The lyrics and just the artistry of everything takes over everything. And if someone could really see the true beauty in you, like as a person, an individual, that's why I'm saying I see that you don't have that egoism, the big type of egoism. There's different type of egos, but it's this negative ego, right? That you can't socialize with people, but you want to be out there publicly.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So
definitely,
I see that with you, and that's why I feel it's your time. I'm gonna say it. It's your time. It is, because I already seen the energy. It was season 1. We reached out to you, and that's almost a year ago, right? And it's now this season 2, and I know a lot of people reached out to you already. So I'm making people know this is how great this artist is.
Definitely.
So Lolabunz, what's your next visual? What's the next visual you hope? Like, are you planning any new visuals?
Yeah, I'm just, pandemic's kind of it's been up and down. We're trying to plan and stuff like that, but it's getting warm, so we definitely gonna be outside shooting some stuff. I got some summer tunes for the gal them. I got some more Afrobeat, and gonna be dropping some freestyle soon. Got some stuff in the works. You know what I'm saying? So we always working, and I'm kind of working on a project, an EP or album. It might drop, later this year. So we're just trying to get everything, get the sound right, get the feel right, the vibes right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I shout out everybody in the live. Shout out everybody in the live right now. Shiffy, I see you. Everybody in the live. Shout out everybody. And Nana, I see you. Femi, I see you.
Everybody. So tell me a little bit about one of my favorite tracks is West End, right?
Yes, yeah. I'm from the West End.
Yeah, from the West End. Exactly where you're from the West End. Tell the people.
So I was born in Jane Finch, Driftwood Avenue, Southside Jane, top of the lane.
Good energy. Good energy.
Yes, yeah.
I was actually born in Finch too, but I grew up north side.
Okay. I mean, Finch is Finch, man. We all went to the same middle schools, same high schools. So we all up in here. You get me?
So I'm gonna ask you what.
Shout out Shippy is in the video.
Oh, Shippy, yeah, she's coming up next week. Great artist
can't miss her.
So I'm gonna ask you what's your top 6 artists of all time? Right now, it's hard, eh?
Top 6, and rest in peace to DMX. I was so sad to hear that.
Me
definitely
too.
changed the game. No sound like him. Nobody.
No one sound like him.
Rest in peace to him. But top 6 in the game, like right now of all time.
Artists, because you're universal. Top 6 artists.
Definitely Aaliyah's at the top there, because she's one of my main inspiration. Jadakiss, Styles P. These are like my favorite. Lil Wayne, he's up there, inspiration. I gotta put Tupac up there.
Tupac.
And I would say Remy Ma.
Remy Ma.
I love like these are all my inspirations, and like
I see that mix. I see that.
There's like all of those artists. It's hard to compare them to other artists. They all have their own thing, but
true.
But when we're talking about just that authenticity and things like that, it's just you can't take none of that away from none of those artists. You get me?
No, you can't.
So
if you had a chance to feature anybody right now,
I'm so sorry. I would
Nas.
I would add Nas. Woo! Can't forget about 7. Nas. When you said 7, I'm gonna throw Nas in there.
Nas, okay, throw Nas. I give you Nas. So I'm gonna say, if you have any chance to work with anybody right now as an artist, who would you want to work with out there in the universe?
Just international or like
international?
Right now, I feel like I would love to do a song with Roddy Ricch.
I can hear that. I can hear that.
Yeah, like I think we will make a banger.
You know what? I'm gonna give a little maybe a little secret out there. People will hear this. You know how people get that right now? How people are promoting? Because I'm a promoter too. You do a mix with your music with that artist, a fusion. If you have a DJ and stuff, you put your music with your favorite artist, what you want to work with. So if you're doing a mixtape now, have
that man's music and your DJ do a little mix with your music too. And then they'll go out in the universe, because that's how it's going right now.
True.
And no one's doing that. People went away from
the
DJ. DJ. People forget about the DJ.
Oh, you can never forget about the DJ, because the DJ's playing that everywhere. You can never forget about the DJ. That's why I always try to keep my relationships with my DJs close and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know who they're gonna be playing in front of, and then they'll be like, "Oh, what track is that? Shazam this."
But they're coming back right now. They're making a real comeback in the culture, because what's going on, people want to hear music. So I believe right now, if someone wants to kind of get that word out, they just get their DJ, like how you do an album, and put your favorite whatever mixes together with that artist, and that's how things could connect. Because I hear you with Roddy Ricch, that would be a hit. That'd be like something like that, take you on global scale and stuff like that.
Speaking it into existence, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's in the works.
So how do you feel about like how music is promoted these days? Like, how you feel like for you, artists are benefiting or should try to change to benefit better? Like, in like,
I mean, it's kind of difficult right now. It's difficult, but it's not difficult. It's not difficult because of all of these different social media platforms, and right now everybody is online. Like, regardless, everybody is just online by force. We're online for school. We're online for people doing jobs online. Like, everyone is just forced to be online. So right now through this pandemic, I mean, like, promoting things online, I mean, it's really good. There's TikTok, there's all these apps that, you know what I mean, somebody could have 2 followers today and their song blows up and they do a challenge and they have 1 million followers tomorrow. So we're in a very fast-paced, moving time in music, which is good. But at the same time, I mean, it's interesting. Like, it's kind of we're taking it day by day with this social media and with this online stuff. You know what I mean? But I miss just real life people and performing and stuff in person and traveling and making networks and doing stuff in person. Because at the same time with online, there's its pros and its cons. Because some of the cons is like, a lot of people, they have this many followers and all that stuff, but it's like, okay, you paid for that. Or like, you have this much views and all that stuff, but it's like, okay, you paid for it. So the fact that people could, you know, pay to appear as if, okay, you're successful and I mean, that's one of the cons of it, because a lot of times when artists are getting booked and, you know what I mean, considered for some projects and things like that, fortunately and unfortunately, sometimes the numbers count, right? So, but numbers online don't necessarily mean numbers in real life. You get me?
Zero.
So, I mean, it depends who the conversation is with, you know?
You know what, though?
Shout out Freddie Fame in the building.
Bless up Freddie Fame. Yo, I've been online for over 20 years. I was never a computer person before. Like, I just got a cell phone 3 years ago, right? I'm just going to give you this. So, I study, anyone can fool me, Sean Myrie. I know who has the fake followers and who don't. I just know that. I won't tell people how
if you know, you know.
I know. So it's not how much followers you have. Like I repeat, it's who's following you. That's the real treasure. You get what I'm saying? Organically, it will come. Everything will come organically. So, for example, I've done my studies to really make money from this music thing, because the streaming game is not really how it is. It's radio still. The radio is 100% still important. And bringing them straight to your site to purchase your music. I believe all these digital platform sites are good for singles. You drop your single, make them hungry, and the rest of the 7-8 songs they never heard, they're going to have to purchase that. So they heard maybe 6 hot singles from you, Lolabunz. They want the rest of the album, 7 more on your site to purchase. They really support you, thousands of those supporters come through. You get what I mean? So the fake followers ain't gonna make you money. The fake followers in business is not gonna make you no money.
It looks cool. It looks cool, but at the end of the day, and we're not gonna be in lockdown in this COVID situation forever. Because at the end of the day, it's like you have all these followers, but if you have a show, who's pulling up?
Yeah,
you know what I
true.
mean? Or if you have a show, can you perform though? Like I hear you in the studio when the auto-tune and shit, but what can you do?
Yeah.
No? That's the difference between like rappers, cappers, or whatever we call them, and artists.
Yeah. So you know what? Now that you brought that up, the auto-tune, right? Because I do my mixing and mastering myself. Now, people use that for singing. I believe it's really, you still have to know to sing.
Oh,
because when I use it, I can sing. I haven't really showcased it for you all in the universe, but let me tell you, I can sing with the best of them, as well as rap. And the auto-tune is just a filler.
Yes.
So you should sound almost like that auto-tune when you're on stage.
Yes.
With good vocals. That thing is not going to last for long. I'm just going to tell you, whoever. Sorry.
And when you know when you talk to industry people as well, when you play some of these songs for the industry people, they'll tell you, they're like, oh, you need to turn out, it's too much auto-tune. Like a lot of them don't really want to hear that. They want to make sure that, okay, if the auto-tune turns off, like, how do you sound? You sound like a broken record or what?
But I think it's a war, because then the radio is so used to hearing what this auto-tune. So now the radio, I believe, wants that sound, certain radio stations. Because when they hear that analog sound, it's like, oh, this is some Lauryn Hill, or you know what I mean? Like some old school, like that vibe. They're so used to hearing this auto-tune. That's what I hear on the radio sometimes. It's just, they all sound the same. I'm just saying, they all sound the same. So if I come with a track with no auto-tune, they're going to say, what is this? This is not the sound.
I mean, it just depends. It depends, like, it always depends on the conversation, right? And who you're dealing with. You get what I'm saying? But I believe if music is good, and if it's in the right hands and the right ears, music will move at the end of the day.
Yeah, I like to hear that. So what you want to see for yourself in, hopefully, if this COVID is finished with, like, do you have a site, you have merchandise? Because Lolabunz, you've been bringing the fire like hotheads, like, you know, bringing it for a good while. So
yeah,
I
got my website up already, lolabunzmusic.com. I definitely just can't wait to do shows with real people there. I've been doing, you know, these online shows, and shout out to Flow 935. I got a online show I'm doing with them on May 7th. Y'all check that out on their site and things like that. But I mean, I just want to perform, and I can't wait to travel. Like, that's the thing with me. I never really stay in the city for so long. So that's good. You know what I mean? I'm planning to go back to Atlanta. There's the hip hop scene is crazy. You know what I mean? Do some more Afrobeat stuff in Nigeria as well. Like the scene is mad crazy. So I'm just on the move. Never stay stagnant. If you stay still, then you're gonna stay stuck. You get me? So I'm just ready to move and you know, spread these tracks, perform these new tracks with real people, in front of real people in different places. Yeah, that's it.
Man, you're a real one. Trust me. Anything else you want to tell the universe before we come off this spaceship?
Look out for more fire coming from Bunz. Check out my page. Follow me if you haven't done that. Go check out the Hotheads video if you haven't done that. Check out Shiesty too while you're at it. Subscribe to my YouTube at the Lolabunz. Just check out my page. All the info, everything's there.
Everybody.
Yes. And thank you so much for having me.
I gotta thank you.
Shout out YYZ. Shout out Morella in the building.
Bless up cities.
Big Bro Toy in the building.
I gotta thank you, Lolabunz. My opinion, one of the best artists in all of Canada and the universe. Yeah, I expect to see many things. Next time you'll be fully on the world stage. You're just one inch away from that right now. Everybody's checking you.
Yeah.
Bless up. Respect for coming on.
All right. I appreciate you for having me. Shout out everybody in the live. Deuces.
Down to earth.